talking to Roman Benton, CEO of B&B Ice and Water based in Port Arthur, Texas. He took Global Six Sigma's Lean Six Sigma training course and will be sharing his experience with us. Thanks for joining us, Roman.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us, what did you do on your project?
So, in order to complete my certification, me and the other students in the class, we had to go back to our offices. And once our training was over, and in order to get certified, we had to submit a real life project. And I attended class with my VP of operations. As it turned out, I think we went back to the office. We were the first two to submit projects from our class. My project is a little bit proprietary in nature, dealing with one of our products that has very tight specifications that are important to us. And it involves making test batches before production runs. And we were just, having a lot of problems, spending a lot of time in the lab, trying to deploy different countermeasures to get these specs just right on a daily basis. A lot of waste of waiting and rework were just rampant. The costs were out of control. Employee satisfaction of trying to hit these specs and not having very much luck was a bit of a grind on a daily basis. So through our training, we learned new techniques to break down a problem, understand a problem and its different components, break down the root causes, come up with potential countermeasures, implement those, and we were able to implement countermeasures very successfully in our very first project. We're not a large company. We do about $10 million in annual revenue. And our very first project delivered $21,000 a year annual savings. Employee morale was up, productivity was up, product quality was up. It was just a huge win for us, and really got us excited. In fact, that's why we went to the class in the first place, because we understand that, for some time, for years even, we've been plagued with problems that we lack the skill set to effectively correct. And so we knew we didn't know what we didn't know. So we went someplace where we could get some help. And it's been fun to watch some of these problems that have plagued us for years even, are just something that have now been dealt with and moved behind. We've moved on, and we don't struggle in those areas anymore.
That's fantastic. So besides those other benefits you mentioned, were there any other improvements that you'd like to share with us as far as that goes, besides the morale and all that, those other things?
Oh yeah. So as me and my VP of operations came back to work, we began training our frontline management staff on the principles of lean manufacturing, got them to buy in, understand what we were doing, why we were doing it. Within the first 6 months, our frontline management staff had submitted about 8 projects of their own, which delivered about $90,000 a year savings. And then, not to mention, within the first year, we've frontline management's delivered another 15 5S projects that have eliminated all kinds of waste from, motion and waiting and, all the waste associated with not having an intuitive workspace, visual work aids. We're just not the company that we used to be anymore.
That's great. Wow, really great to hear. And how was your experience in training with us, with your instructor and the support? How was all of that with it?
It was great. I think it was a 4-day training. I've attended a couple of trainings. I think they were both about 4 days each. Smaller class sizes. It was my experience. Plenty of time to, one-on-one instruction, with the teacher. Then there's lunches and dinners afterwards where you really get the one-on-one and say, okay, get to ask your questions, real world examples. Tell me about projects you've delivered. Here's a question I have about a project I'm thinking about. Uh, they're completely available after your classes are over. Um, I get a sense they want to see us be successful.
Yeah, that's the idea. So overall, great experience with using Global Six Sigma in your lean training adventure.
Absolutely.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, Roman, thank you for joining us today and sharing your experiences with us. So we certainly appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.